I'm Charlotte Goor and I'm bringing 3 ponies to Dublin this year. I've done showing all of my life pretty much, and I think the first time I won Dublin in 2017 it kind of set off my showing liking, and then I got a 1-2 show hunter, and then he qualified for Hoys with me, and then he kind of did everything, so it's kind of always been my thing.
My parents weren't involved in horses at all, but my sisters and I we used to ride at for a lady who used to breed Dartmoor ponies in Scotland, and we grew up in showing through the MPS and doing flat classes and working hunter, and the Royal Highland was our local show, and we used to travel down to England for the National Dartmoor Pony Society shows, and I sort of stemmed from there, and I've always worked with horses in racing, so it's led me into my career, and from there it was sort of natural. Charlotte really just took such an affinity to ponies, and we kept having to borrow a friend's pony when she was 3 because she wanted to ride it so often, so that was that. We ended up buying her first pony Holly when she was 3.
I did the lead rein I think first when I was 5, and I did it for 3 years, and then in 2017 I won it, and then I did the first ridden the next 2 years.
I didn't, grow up in Ireland, so the Dublin Horse Show didn't really necessarily come across my radar at all until we went there for the first time, and then you just see why it's the focus of the year for the equestrian competitors, because there's just so much atmosphere, it's so exciting, there's so much camaraderie between people, and you just get swept away in the summer, the preparation, the lead up, the qualifiers. It's all consuming, and it's just, we're really lucky to be a part of it, and we're really, really lucky that we've qualified 2 ponies and have the opportunity to go there again this year. It's tough, the qualifiers have so many ponies in them, and so many really good ponies don't get the opportunity to go, so we're blessed.
We brought Underhill Bobcat from England when he was 5, and he was unbroken. His first year under saddle, we decided to put him in Dublin, because he was being quite good, and he won, which was quite a surprise to all of us. And then he's 8 now, so he's done a lot. He won the Royal International last year in England, and then he went to Horse of the Year show as well last year. So we're hoping to do well in Dublin again this year.
Underhill Bobcat is actually by a coloured jumping stallion out of Lanark Aristocat show pony mare. We bought him unbroken straight from his breeder. Again, I'm really lucky. A friend rang me. She'd gone to see another pony there at the yard, and she rang me and said, "I'm just looking at this really gorgeous little black pony. I think he might suit you." So that was it. Over the phone, within 5 minutes, the deposit was down, and he came over.
I'm in boarding school, so it can be quite difficult sometimes to get all of the ponies ridden each week, but my mum rides them sometimes, and then I'm allowed out. I have a half day on Wednesday, so I usually come home and ride that evening, and then on the weekend I do shows or just ride. I get lessons from Amanda Goldsbury, and it's mostly jumping on the Connemara and Ardville Whispering Hope, the side saddle one. And over the winter we kind of do everything. We go hunting sometimes, and we do lots of pony club like events and show jumping things and stuff, but over the summer it's almost always showing.
Aarani Knight is owned by Ciara Durham, and he's by Banks Timber. He's a super pony. He's just got a great character, and he's just such a beautiful all-round pony and such a kind pony.
We brought him the Connemara to Fourth Mountain, and yeah, he was really good, and he did a good show, and then he qualified.
When I was young, I worked part-time when I was in school at Gleneagles Equestrian Centre, which was close to where I grew up in Scotland, and there was a lovely lady there, Heather, who used to let us all try the side saddle, and she would teach us when we weren't working, and I was just always amazed at actually how secure you feel in the side saddle. I never competed in the side saddle, but I really enjoyed it, and the opportunity came up to buy the side saddle, and I'm obviously biased, but you know, I think Charlotte is a really beautiful, elegant rider, and I knew when we bought Whisper that she would look gorgeous in the side saddle because she's very elegant, and Charlotte is, you know, small and elegant on her. And I just threw it out there one day that she might try a qualifier, and we didn't really have any expectations, but
I did side saddle first like 2 years ago, and we didn't do it much. It's kind of like a twice a year kind of thing, and we just thought that we'd put Ardville Whispering Hope in it just to see what happened. So the day before the qualifier, we put the side saddle on her for the first time, and then we went into the qualifier the next day, and she was really good and she won it. So yeah, it worked out.
So Ardville Whispering Hope is by Clintender out of an Arkansas mare, and she was bred by Anna Somerville and Fermanagh. And a good friend rang me and said, I gather you're looking for a 15-hand hunter pony. I know of one. And between the jigs and the reels, it took a while to go and see her, but when we did, she was just absolutely perfect. I don't get nervous anymore. I did, when they moved from lead rein into first ridden, you need to, yes, like, it's so nerve-wracking. And you never know what's going to happen, and some of these agricultural shows, it's really buzzy around the rings, and yeah, oh my gosh, I don't miss those days because my heart would be in my mouth most of the time.
Riding side saddle is it feels more secure in a way, but it doesn't look it, but you're kind of like trapped in with the thing, so it kind of feels more safe in a way than riding astride, because but the only bad thing is that you only have one leg, so going on the right leg can be difficult sometimes.
Spend the summer travelling with the ponies together, and we've been so lucky, we've done so well, and you know, it's great. I love it. It's a team thing. I'll prepare them, she rides them. We all take responsibility when it goes wrong, and we both enjoy it when it goes right. And we've had a great time. So
I think Dublin is kind of what we all kind of work towards in the whole year, and I've ridden there for like ever, pretty much. In preparation for Dublin, we've got a couple of shows. We're going over to Scotland to do Horse of the Year show qualifiers, and he's qualified for the Royal International as well, and we've got some local shows, so Tinnahealy show will probably be our last preparation before Dublin.